swarming in the side lanes. Focusing on SANDBOX here. OnFleek has had 5th pick, counter pick of Press the Attack. The Press the Attack is the laning rune for doing damage. He doesn't have Conqueror to kill tanks later, so it's all about ganks.
Yep, in comes OnFleek. He's already flashed on top of Deft. It's a good flash to get out of the way of the Flay, but not enough for the death sentence. First blood is going to go down. The flash is everything, but that was an auto attack from the turret that was always going to get through. Pawn's got double buffs and a double kill as Joker is still on the wrong side of the map. TusiN will have the Bellows Breath, but he doesn't need it. He's got the knock up. Pawn trying to get in here, but I believe Joker is still dead. And that is so much for Kingzone after that very aggressive dive from SANDBOX.
Just too hasty from the
side.
side.
His brain into it as well, so I've really enjoyed watching Joker play. And like you say, the mechanics may not necessarily be up there, but as old men ourselves, you need to find your niche in League of Legends. Down the mid lane, Rascal. Is the Shroud down? OnFleek's going to turn up, but isn't going to be able to find too much here as TusiN throws out the Ornhorn. But isn't going to make it back as Joker has found himself in the middle of Kingzone. Deft able to get the burst damage. And that is just Joker in the wrong position and his team not quite able.
See the replay to understand why Joker thought he could walk through 3 control wards as TusiN's trying to interrupt Ghost.
Does find himself the knock up here as Ghost trying to juggle these axes as best he can. Does use the flash, but there's the mini stun against the wall. Lots of damage comes in, means that kill will be traded. A lot of those adoration stacks will be stacked in despite the fact that...
Further reward as we're fighting over this one, Atlas.
Yep, Rascal's going to jump his way forward. Does have the ultimate there.
He got it!
Oh my god! Managed to pick it up, I think, with the ult. Steps out of the Shroud, but that is going to mean that he dies. That's a great performance already, though. You'll probably take the death, as Pawn will have to do the same. Zombie Scion's not going to be picking anyone up as he's got slowed down. And Kingzone, they do walk away with the Dragon. Challenge for the Dragon. Here he comes again, though. The choo-choo train not going to get any stuns, but he at least gets in amongst it. Will he be dying here, though, is the question, as Rascal finds that he cannot get in there. And Pawn will just sacrifice himself. Zombie Scion will pick up some farm. That was
the original intent on the champion, mid lane.
Yeah, Joker taking a heck of a lot of damage. Oh, can TusiN actually line this one up? Nails it onto Joker, and the dash is going to be there to get Deft the kill. Picks that one up so easily as, we've got beams of light coming in from everywhere. SANDBOX a little bit more group, but the knock-up comes down from TusiN, and that's not going to do it. Cuzz in a bit of trouble, but has the heal from Deft, and now Rascal dashing around the fight, picks up the first kill. Summit could be in trouble. The perfect execution is there. He is going to lose his life, but it's only OnFleek that survives the Kingzone slaughter.
What a roller coaster of a team fight. It felt like SANDBOX were getting in position, but Ghost
started off. Top lane is now back in their natural habitat.
Speaking of top laners.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked up and taken down. Cuzz easily just puts the Lissandra in the ground. Maybe out of position for Dove. Not enough information there as Joker's going to get culled. Ghost does have that.
We actually got the preferable side of trading, this mid lane.
Yep, Joker once again going to get caught out. The knockup comes in. Death sentence lands, but I think it's for himself and not for anyone else. The Summit has landed the ultimate Deft. The fear beyond death, double fear coming in onto TusiN and to Pawn. As they follow after the Ornn, he will be taken down as Ghost cashes in. Pawn underneath the turret, Rascal there as well, but it is 4-man strong, and Joker turned it into a bait.
A bit over-eager by Kingzone as they're going for more.
Another hook is going to land. Old man Joker picks up another one as Rascal is able to get himself out with the perfect execution, but Pawn will be falling as a result. Zombie Scion will limp his way back to base, and now SANDBOX as well. Health bars are pretty nice for a lot of the carries. Yeah, Rascal's able to dive forward. Can he steal this one as well? He's one Dragon. Can he get it? Down to 25. Not going to happen as OnFleek picks that one up. But man, that was too close for comfort. The flash to follow Rascal through there as he finishes him off in the end. Damn, that was way too close.
Rascal
with an infernal of their own.
And I love watching SANDBOX. They're such an honest team, Atlas. It felt like Griffin were cheating. Not supposed to be that good coming from challenges, the LCK, and beating all the big boys. Noses ahead, but Kingzone, there's going to be little mistakes like this to try to exploit.
Well, that is going to be the Dark Passage. Summit now going into the stopwatch there as well. Knock-up is nice from TusiN, but he takes so much damage. First kill does go over to Pawn, who does have the movement speed available to get on top of this. Kha'Zix, he'll be the second one, and they're dropping like flies. Claw of Doom will get Dove out, but Doom is not...
CS lead is looking pretty good. A lot of good options here. This is a speculative ult.
Yeah, Joker Is he going to get stunned? It's going to take the damage, but not going to be the case as Pon has to flash his way out. The double TP once again as Summit finds his way into the backline, and Cuzz already taken down to that Guardian Angel. OnFleek will be traded most likely, as that is a great prediction on the ultimate from Rascal, and now Summit has to try and get out. Cuzz, what are you doing there, buddy? He's just going to get taken down by Ghost. A little bit too far forward is now Akali on the sidelines, and Kingzone are all split up. TusiN trying to get out, but I don't think that dash is quite going to be enough. The heal used just for the movement speed, but Ghost doesn't have the W available and couldn't get it in time underneath the turret. The Gen G series,
they like Baron.
It was a weird Baron dance situation where they were trying to dance with it as often as they possibly could. More knockup's going to come in as the Call of the Forge God has been used already. Rascal wanting to try and go for yet another steal. Cuzz not able to get in there on time as OnFleek locks down the Baron. And now Rascal gets into the backline. Deft is free hitting with the ultimate available as well. So Summit gets into the backline as best he can. Wants to try and get rid of this Lucian, who you can see is just skating around the rift. But Ghost, does he have the W? Can he get there? Kingzone going the wrong direction, trying to get the hell out of dodge. Baron available, and SANDBOX looking for kills afterwards as well. Cuzz just taken down. A great claw, the Glacial Path. Gets the Lissandra in and flashes after Deft. They need to respect the damage, but OnFleek should be able to burst him out, and he does.
They get the cleanup kills there. SANDBOX to the bowl, the spoils. They're the one that forces Kingzone to come from multiple directions. Around him. All the other chess pieces were falling over. Speaking of falling over, this will be first inhibited of the game at 30 minutes. Probably not a game ender. But they walk up here, they stay in position. Remember, the enemy knows that the Kazakhs can't be around. They don't feel strong enough to contest 3 members of SANDBOX.
Q landed onto Summit. Probably not going to be kicking him back now as Rascal trying to defend, but not going to be able to stop the super minions and OnFleek, and that opens up the rest of the base. SANDBOX able to take down the second inhibitor. Do have the inhibitor turret still available on the bottom side of the map, but 8,000 gold now the lead, and SANDBOX don't want to waste any more time. There's the claw.
It's the last minion wave. They're trying for something.
Yeah, Rascal has to go into that Zhonya's Hourglass as they do have the Ornhorn. It only gets the knock up on the Thresh, though. That is not the target that they needed to CC. And Dove gets into the backline, gets everyone with his buttons, and Rascal now underneath his fountain. No way to save anybody else. As Cuzz goes down, followed very quickly by TusiN. Now Pon, Rascal, and Deft, the last men standing. But what can they do? The base is just being torn apart. And SANDBOX are going to go 3-0 in their first week of the LCK. What is it with these young guns? Everyone seems to be winning if you're coming in from Challenger for 2019, and they will finish off the Nexus and claim that first victory against Kingzone.
Our promotion teams down 1 game.
Oh my God. For his entire team in the past. But with a Lucian, is that exactly what you want? Yes, you can pick him up while he's using the culling and shoot it out of your belt.
For his Camille cooldown, you can see 3 seconds on hookshot.
Yeah, Rascal going to get slowed down here, gets bonked back towards OnFleek, who doesn't quite have that hookshot available just yet. Redemption going to come in from Naeon, but he's still going to go down most likely. Hookshot's going to be there, the flash, and OnFleek nails the gank topside for first blood.
That was actually pretty next level when it comes to how to play that out.
But now there is no flash. No flash on OnFleek either, but Rascal will lose a lot of his health bar here. Doesn't have the ability to be that choo-choo train, and they are going to finish this one off. Summit not even going to get knocked up, so he'll keep most of his health bar.
We're just learning about damage ranges here. Press the attack, and Jace, thank you very much. They get us.
Going to win out of this trade here as well, as Ghost goes down very, very low. Cuzz going to be able to take the Cloud Drake. There's Drake number 1 as he's going to eat some honey fruit, but OnFleek wants to find this hook shot. Nails the stun there, but Naeon gets the trouble bubble through the wall. Cuzz very, very low, and OnFleek finds himself on the wrong side of the rift. He'll be taken down. Deft grabs that kill, but it's a trade immediately as Cuzz falls. Joker can be devoured at this point, but that's going to be on cooldown. He's going to get out of the way for now as the beach ball.
Drake control, the ward's not actually going to allow Kingzone to interrupt this unless they fully commit.
Yeah, and all that information was actually there for Kingzone as well, but they decide they're not going to try and contest for this Infernal Drake, which will go into the hands of SANDBOX very, very easily. Really going his way here in the LCK.
Nice little trade here from Deft. He gets to press the attack, procs a lot of damage onto Ghost. Cuzz looking
yeah,
for it.
There's the flash, gets the leap strike, doesn't get the W. A hook lands. It's a beautiful one, and Cuzz, he avoids the whirling death, but it's not going to avoid the death of himself as the Kazakhs is going to be taken down. Rascal now has the shield there, but it will dissipate. And Kingzone are going to run away a little bit too far. But Cannon Minion will go down. And as we tick over to 20 minutes, we've got an engaged. Naeon gets flashed on by OnFleek, does have himself the stopwatch available though, and Joker saves his life. Whirling Deft picks up so much damage, and OnFleek gets another hookshot, gets in on top of Deft. The red buff going to tick down, but not enough to take out the Lucian. Meanwhile, now TusiN eats himself the grey health to keep him alive as OnFleek is engaging absolutely everywhere. Eventually gets taken down by a stray paddle star, I believe maybe even a trouble bubble, as Neon gets one on the back end. And Ghost, he backs away, he takes out a Mountain Drake, and it feels like SANDBOX, their jungler is 5 people at once.
And he's the one that's separating the two teams because they trade up in terms of kills while Ghost just pops down and says, well, screw this, I'm taking a Drake. They'll slowly pick up the Mountain Drake on the back end, and once again, when it's the clutch, Neon is pretty exposed.
Yeah, Dove going to be the goalkeeper here. Does get all of his damage down. TusiN has to use that Devour, means Deft now has to be a little bit more careful. We've got this fight erupting on multiple fronts as now Ghost with the full shield is going to be there. And Cuzz, the Whirling Death, going to be blocked by Rascal. So it comes back a little bit prematurely, and Kingzone will limp away from this one. Naeon is so extraordinarily low, but can be very, very tricky to pin down in these team fights. Hero's entrance not going to get anyone knocked up as Kingzone, they're just getting lower and lower. Finally, the accelerated shock blast gets it, and Summit jumps his way forward with his hammer out. So much damage from SANDBOX as they just clean up the low health members of Kingzone. This will be the ace, and a triple kill coming in for Summit.
It's close to a clean ace and Baron as well for the side of SANDBOX. 5 for 1, and they turn onto the Baron. The firing squad was there. The firing squad was SANDBOX, and Kingzone had nowhere to run.
They were literally backs against the wall, and Kingzone just had to stand there and watch as they fell down. The Jace poke, so it's not very many wrong decisions to make here as, Kingzone going for one last-ditch effort, and Ghost still hasn't fallen down yet. Hero's entrance just to zone everyone away as Cuzz gets hit by the Whirling Death, but does survive for the moment. First kill will be over to OnFleek as Kingzone start this one up. It's a really good knock-up onto Dove, who wants to get himself the taunt. Justice Punch comes in, finds a double instantly onto Deft and Naeon. How did that even happen? I thought he was caught, but who caught who? Is now Joker wants to get the play onto Rascal, who doesn't have many options. He picks up 1 kill. Now will find himself the blast cone, but is taken down by Ghost. Summit will be here as well, as Ghost not going to get taken down by this zombie. Most likely is Summit. Almost allows that one to happen, but slows down the zombie Scion.
In every single way, that was the epitome of you spoke too fast, a team fight. A lot happening on both sides. I was focused on the bot side. Only says, you know what? I'm going to go in and gets the 2-man taunt into killing both carries. Can you do any more as a damn Galio?
It's just disgusting amounts of damage. OnFleek looks for it again. The double kill. Probably going to come in. No, it's not. OnFleek deserved that one, though. The kill into hookshot looked glorious from this guy's Camille. These new players come in and they make Camille look like a completely different champion here in the LCK.
I think that might just be GG. Look at the death timers here. We're pushing up. Death's out of position, and SANDBOX want to end the game.
Yep. Naeon, not a lot he can do either. The culling is going to come forward, but the turrets are falling down. OnFleek will die, but it will be a trade for the Scion there as well.
Scion dying is not so bad because you can kill the minion wave. Next minion wave is a while away. Can they finish on this push?
Not entirely sure. The Baron buff has, of course, worn off. SANDBOX still with 4 members, still pushing up towards this last remaining Nexus turret. Remember, they've got a lot of damage with the Jace available at the same time. TusiN jumps forward. He's just going to explode before the Grey Health can even be used, as Cuzz wants to get an extra kill. Hero's entrance is going to reposition the Galios. Now, Cuzz, does he have enough? No, he does.
Oh, SANDBOX
able to take him down, and SANDBOX, have they bitten off more than they can chew? Guardian Angel now down as Ghost goes into the stopwatch. Deft trying to do more. The empowered shock blast is there, and Summit will finish off the Nexus. It was messy, but it was finished.
Unconventional, but successful on the